Feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds of
The new 2018 Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE, now in its second generation, is a supercharged Super Camaro, is a combination of show and go, and it actually handles, too. Much of what Chevrolet changed is in order to leverage some truly impressive rubber. Ergonomics make the manhandling all the easier. The Tremec 6-speed is perfectly geared for a track like this, and rowing it is a joy. This is a variant of a gearbox used in nearly every high-horsepower American car that has offered a manual in the past decade or so, descended from the mighty T56. The Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE has the characteristic positive engagement, paired with a pedal box that's as familiar as your nearly worn-out driving sneakers. It's like the Anti-Viper, a car that used the same gearbox but required contortion for every motion. The same goes for the steering. Who would have thought that GM would succeed where legendary companies like BMW have struggled mightily? Just like the C7 Vette, the Chevy Camaro ZL1 1LE's variable ratio electrically assisted steering is precise and predictable, with an appropriate heft and plenty of road feel. Maybe it's the longer wheelbase or the rubber, but the Camaro ZL1 1LE isn't a handful despite the LT4 trying to reverse the orbit of the Earth at every corner exit. Actually, a lot of it is the combination of the ELSD and advanced traction management software, which left in track mode is less of a nanny and more of a safety net. As it's sad, with the suspension and stabilizer bars set to full track and the software keeping a watchful eye, the 1LE exhibited mild understeer and a bit of throttle intervention on over-enthusiastic exits. More than enough bandwidth to learn lines and set initial times. And of course, it can be turned off when the safety net isn't needed. Coming off the track, I had a realization that a word I hate was the perfect one to describe the Camaro ZL1 1LE's relationship with Area 27, synergy. Take a minute to grab the eye bleach, I'll wait. All good? The 1LE isn't a low-key track assassin that, say, the GT3 is. It's dramatic. Motions are big, the sound is intense, the grip is tremendous. Picture a vintage Trans Am car that isn't trying to kill you, that'll actually idle. It's entertaining, not just because the limits are huge, but because the danger zone as you work up to the limit is as fat as those good years. If you loop the thing, well, it's not like you weren't warned.
open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized.
There might be more enjoyable cars out there for $70,990, but of that subset not too many seem to snub physics and prejudices quite like the Camaro ZL1 1LE. Compared straight across to the regular ZL1, the $7,500 premium seems like a deal. It's a lot of money, but it takes some serious aftermarket development to get the kind of handling out of the thing. Look, GM and its cohorts at Multimatic and Goodyear did all the hard stuff. Pay the guy the money and go play on the track, and womp on Mustang GT350S. As for me, I miss the old Z/28 a bit. That 7.0 liter didn't pull like the LT4, but it still ripped. It also didn't suffer from excessive aero syndrome, whereas the 1LE looks like it plowed into a carbon fiber sheet manufacturer, popped out the other side, and drove straight to the track. And yet, for the guy or gal who is a slave to the stopwatch, the results speak for themselves, and maybe to the wallet. The much more powerful Camaro 1LE is actually cheaper than the old Z/28 was back in 2013.
Make it last forever. Stop in time.